Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 20 Ultimate Team game. Barry Sanders may just be the greatest running back to ever strap up in NFL history. That's debatable. You could say Walter Payton was the greatest of all time, maybe Emmitt Smith, but there is no denying the greatness of Barry Sanders. And that is reflected in this 94 overall Barry Sanders in honor of him making the NFL top 100 players of all time list. As you guys see, the superstar abilities we threw on Barry Sanders: jukebox, spin cycle, and pick and pull guru. I'm so excited to see just how deadly this Barry Sanders can be. Judging by the stats, he looks like a man you do not want to see one-on-one in the open field, because he will claim your ankles. Second down and 10, Peyton Manning clean pocket, but he puts his hands in the cookie jar, and Pat Tillman is going to make him pay. So in comes Barry Sanders, who already has his X Factor activated. Oh, that is so great to see. Barry Sanders, first one free, going on the first play of the game on the pitch. Barry Sanders outside, good blocking, one man to beat, and Barry Sanders. Oh, wow, Ryan Shazier stood no chance in the open field. Barry Sanders with the one-play touchdown and forces the rage quit, just like that. All right. Video done. I'll catch you guys next time. Nah, of course not. That's not the way this goes. So we're just going to hop into another game here where we are starting off on offense. I wanted to take that for a touchback, but Tyreek Hill got a little bit of happy feet, so we'll return that one to the 20-yard line. Bring Barry Sanders on the field. Let's try that pitch play again and see exactly what happens. Barry. Oh, that was not great stick work by me. We still got a gain of 4 yards. As you guys see, Barry Sanders is definitely the real deal. We played with Emmett and he struggled a little bit. This Barry Sanders, you could already tell how fun he is, how much of a weapon he can be both in the running game and the passing game. Just throw the ball to Barry in open space, give the ball to Barry, he'll do his thing. As we throw a nice pass, third down and 3, Peyton Manning finding Tyreek Hill for the first down. Next play, it's play action, it's Barry Sanders, check it down, and Barry will make a man miss. You can throw a pass in the flats and you know Barry Sanders will get you a couple of yards on the pitch. Barry, wait for the cutback because you know it's coming. Defenders are always on their heels when Barry Sanders has the ball, and that's the way he played, man. You feared Barry Sanders in the open field because you just never knew when that cutback was coming. You knew it was coming at some point, but he'd always get you. As Randy Moss gets in the end zone for the touchdown. I absolutely love, watching old Barry Sanders highlights. I'm not old enough to have actually watched Barry Sanders live or watch the Lions play in the 90s, but man, there's not much more I love than watching old Barry Sanders highlights, because he was just a one of a kind, man. There was no other player that was. There's shifty players in NFL history. You think of like modern NFL guys like LaShawn McCoy, but there's just no one that was like Barry Sanders. And he had a little bit of power to his game as well. He just was the full package. As Pat Tillman gets his second interception in the game, my opponent once again puts his hands in the cookie jar, and we make him pay. Barry Sanders on the pitch. He still has first one free activated. Barry will not be knocked out the zone until he is tackled for a loss. As you guys see, that was almost a tackle for a loss. A slight gain on the play, so first one free is still activated. All of these NFL 100 players start the game off with their X Factor activated, in case you are a bit confused on how in the world we got first one free on the first snap of the game, as my opponent is just stacking the box. He is so scared of Barry Sanders that you said, hey, you could have any RPO you want to Randy Moss, and yeah, I'll take that. Like, I'd love to give Barry Sanders the ball, but I'm not trying to get tackled for a loss, so that's why we have those RPO options on the field. So whenever they put 20 people in the box against Barry, we can make them pay. That's a strip fumble, and there's a recovery. Lawrence Taylor and Kevin Green teaming up for the defensive touchdown. 21-0 at the end of the first quarter. Pat Tillman is all over the place. And oh yeah, you had to know, 21-0 ended the first quarter. That message was coming. I believe that message comes whenever you're up at least 20 points, not 21. Like, it seems like a 3-touchdown thing because that's usually the way it happens, but I think if you're up 20-0, that message happens anyways, as my opponent stays in the game here. Shout out to him. He said, hey man, that might have been hitting my pride a little bit seeing that message, but let me see if I can make a comeback happen here. And to his credit, kind of, sort of, he's making something happening on the offensive end. Is it really tight passes in traffic that he's just absolutely playing with fire? Kind of, yeah. Like, you can argue somebody's could have been picked off, but he's still playing, and eventually he's scoring to Zach Ertz, so more power to him. But hey, man, if this guy's going to stay on the game, that means that we got to continue to play with Barry Sanders. He still has first one free as we are midway in the second quarter. My opponent stacking the box. Barry Sanders, nice catch, getting a block. Barry Sanders accelerating down the sidelines and nearly gone. Ken Houston trips up Barry before he could take it all the way. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. Give the ball to Barry and he'll make at least one guy miss, and he'll make something happen out of nothing. You just want to give playmakers the ball in their hands, and they'll make something happen for you, Barry. Oh, really needed Torrey to pick up a block on anyone there as we have first down and goal. And once again, my opponent not really respecting the RPO bubbles, so we got to make him pay. Like, you know, we got to maintain this first one free as long as we can. We've scored 4 touchdowns, and it's still lit up, even though one of those touchdowns was a defensive touchdown. But nonetheless, here we are back on defense. Steve Young just got to get rid of that ball before the pressure came in. Good news for him. Second down 10 becomes second down and 5 because I accidentally hit the right trigger. Don't you hate when that happens? You're on the line. Like, you're not trying to, like, time the snap. You just accidentally hit the right trigger, trying to make, like, defensive adjustments or something like that, and you just mess that up. It happens to the best of us and the worst of us, right? So here's my opponent once again dotting downfield, man. Like, I'm not too mad about this, but at the same point, I'm like, let's get a stop. But here he goes back to Zach Ertz, getting another touchdown, number 2 for Ertz, and hey, maybe we might have ourselves a game here. But at the same time, this man needs to prove he can stop Barry Sanders and whoever we put on an RPO slant. He has not stopped either yet, as we call our first timeout. 30 seconds left in the first half. Pitch play. Barry making sure we don't lose that first one free, getting away from Anthony Barr. Not much of a gain afterwards though, but we still have the X Factor activated on Barry Sanders, looking to pass, and yeah, let's check it down to Barry Sanders and see what Barry can do. Oh, Barry putting on an absolute exhibition on how to break ankles. We're going back to Barry one more time in the flats. The speed to get away from Barr. Maybe too quick on the trigger on that juke move, and that'll cost us our final timeout with 7 seconds left in the first half. Only rushing 3 is my opponent. Manning downfield to Holt, and it's a good thing he did not catch that. Our first incompletion was a very good incompletion because that allows us to get the field goal unit out on the field, and we might as well make it a 3-possession game because this dude is kind of nice with it on offense. So, you know, let's not leave the window too open for this guy to make a comeback here, because there's a good chance he scores a touchdown this drive the way he's been moving the ball lately. Like, there's a light switch that went off in his head. He realized, yeah, let me stop putting my hands in the cookie jar and make something happen. So now we're starting to tighten up a bit more on defense. Third down, just getting the play off. Young looking, throwing. Ertz, the money man, cannot make the catch. Peterson knocking the ball out. Fourth down, is this a blitz? He's fearing, and it looks like it is, but Young's got time and eventually goes to the money man, Zach Ertz, for the first down. Try to send a cornerback blitz, but I'm not really the best at setting up blitzes, so the cornerback just like took way too long to even get into the box. So that's what happened there. You see, when I do like gameplays for like offensive players, I'm more so blitz happy on the defensive end because I just want to get drives over with, whether it's a touchdown or a turnover, and both of those have happened in this game. As this guy's kind of playing with fire right now, gets away with it. Calvin can't make the catch. Third down and 10. Steve Young, watch out! Oh my goodness, from the blind side, it's Lawrence Taylor. And fourth down and 18, might as well go for it here. And oh no, well, actually, Steve Young's blindside is actually the right side when you think about it. So that was a blindside sack from Kevin Green. My opponent still stays in the game though. He's still trying to see what he can do. He's still trying to see if he can get a stop on Barry Sanders. We are in the third quarter, and Barry Sanders still has first one free activated. And that's just how deadly these NFL 100 players can be, man. Like, the dude can literally be in the zone for the entire game, and what do you do about this? Like, it probably frustrates this guy at this point that he's just being destroyed by Barry Sanders, and then whenever he puts everybody in the box to stop Barry Sanders, Randy Moss catches yet another RPO bubble. Peyton Manning just dotting his life away, and it's mainly just underneath passes to Barry Sanders. Oh, he sent the rusher, but that left Barry Sanders open. That little shimmy, man, that's classic Barry. Even though we didn't make anybody miss, like, Barry just gives you a little shimmy, and then the acceleration. And how about the acceleration from Randy Moss, looking to score? And he will. Moss sky high and in the end zone. The Detroit Lions are roaring right now. Not something you hear too often, but you know, it's Madden. As Steve Young is sacked, this game is looking very, very bleak for my opponent now. He stuck around. He made it a game for just a little bit, made it a bit interesting, but now he is sacked for a safety. Down 26, we get ball. He does not want to see the way this movie plays out. He already knows the ending, so he takes the tape out the VCR. He's out of here. Let's go to one more game where it looks like we're going against Cam Newton. A little bit of Ray Lewis. It's always nice to see Ray Lewis because that means we will be able to see just what Barry Sanders is made of, because, you know, a defensive general like Ray Lewis will be having the troops all over Barry Sanders. It's just whether they can make that tackle. First things first, we got to play some defense here, and looks like my opponent's got Marcus Allen, Cam Newton as an X-Factor quarterback, and Cam underneath to Torrey Holt. Woohoo! That was almost a Holt in the drive, but Marcus Allen able to get the fumble recovery, so Cam back at it, wide open. That is Travis Kelce. We have Pat Tillman, Troy Polamalu, and Kevin Green as X-Factors on the defensive end, and you know, you gotta have Pat Tillman as an X-Factor, especially that enforcer. You guys know I love Polamalu, so he's gonna be an X-Factor. And then Kevin Green's the last X-Factor, just a random pass rusher. Might as well have one pass rushing X-Factor. I'd like to get like an Aaron Donald inside as my third X-Factor. I gotta work on, like, you know, actually getting myself an Aaron Donald. But for now, defense doing well. We get the stop on third down. I don't know how, but Kevin Green came in unblocked, so he'll get the sack. 4th down to 16. A lot of people go for it in that situation. My opponent punts it, but if you're gonna punt the ball, you want to make sure you don't punt it for a touchback, which is exactly what this man did. Here comes Barry. There goes Barry. He's off to the races. Malik Hooker trying to give chase, but it's not gonna happen. Barry Sanders, 1-play touchdown. And that juke move, man. That jukebox and Barry Sanders, he's just flexing on him. Literally flexing on him. Like, this is Barry Sanders, late workout here, man. You put more work into that celebration than he did the touchdown run, as Cam Newton looking to pass, open Torrey Holt. I believe I went to go pee during that play, so I wasn't moving. Then I came back for this play. Like, I barely got the defensive play call in, and it wasn't a good one. Torrey Holt, touchdown, and yeah, like, we went to the bathroom during the game, so like, I wasn't really too focused on the defensive end, and it might cost us the game, but I mean, that's not what we're here for. We're just here to have fun, man. Like, we're not trying to, like, do anything crazy, though we are trying to make big plays with Barry Sanders, and there's Ray Lewis. That man just knocked Barry Sanders out the zone. That's what I'm saying, man. Ray Lewis will be a nice test for us, and for the first time in this video, we had Barry Sanders knocked out the zone. Barry is still an absolute monster with or without first one free activated. X-Factor or not, Barry Sanders is the real deal. I'm telling you, man, we played with Emmett, and like, I played a lot of games with that Emmett, and he would just get knocked out the zone in like 2 plays. Barry Sanders, he's just saucing these boys, and so is Tyreek Hill. Lamar Jackson backing up and throwing downfield gets us in the red zone. Next play, Lamar Jackson running away from the quarterback spy, getting a positive game. My opponent only rushed 2. He's only rushing 3 now. Quarterback spy in the middle, and this time the coverage defense is going to work out for him, and nearly forces a turnover there as we tried to get jiggy with it with Lamar Jackson. 3rd down and 10, we're just going to hand it off to Barry Sanders. See what Barry can do. Can he escape Ray Lewis? Not quite. Lewis and the troops are eventually able to surround Barry Sanders, stop us, and that forces the field goal unit out on the field. So, here comes Deion Sanders. We'll see if my opponent can get something cooking on the offensive end and grab himself the lead here. Of course, a lot of time we'll have to be playing this game. A lot of time for Barry Sanders to make something happen. He already has 1 long touchdown. Cam Newton, nowhere to go. Just throw that ball away. Don't take the sack. Good call. Live to play another down. 2nd down. Cam. Oh, no. He gets to live to play another down, but only 1 more down because he puts his hands in the cookie jar, and Pat Tillman is there for the snag. He's there for the pick 6, and now we have a lead. Now we can force this guy to pass the ball more and take some shots from Pat Tillman, and you know, then we could really have some fun with Barry Sanders, unless, of course, my guy quits. So, actually, it might be the best thing if Cam Newton scores a touchdown in this drive, so we could play a little bit more Barry Sanders. Even though he doesn't have first one free activated, we still want to see just how crazy Barry Sanders is, and it'd be nice to see Barry Sanders without the X Factor, to see, you know, was it all first one free, or is Barry Sanders, you know, just really, really good? I put my money on Barry Sanders being really, really good, alright? Like, I showed you guys the stats before, like, they're pretty dang crazy. He has no trucking, but less trucking means more space for other stats to be absolutely juiced. Look at Barry. How did he escape? Oh, he's putting them in the blender. Malik Hooker, say a prayer and hope you can make the tackle. He does, but not until Barry gets a first down and goal at the 6-yard line. Lamar trying to cap off the drive with a easy touchdown pass, but the throw on the run is inaccurate. Don't worry, next play, Lamar on the just absolute perfect dime right there. Shane is sharp, one-on-one against Ray Lewis, gets the out route to work, and it's a 24-14 game. Deion Sanders buried 6 feet deep off that monster shot. I love that, man. You better fair catch that damn ball after the way you took that shot from Pat Tillman. Like, I'd be fair catching it too if I just got big hit like that. That was an absolute massacre of a scene. As Troy Polamalu making that nice open field tackle on Randy Moss. We got secure tackler on Polamalu, so you know he'll be making those open field tackles. We got Enforcer on Pat Tillman, so not only will he be making the open field tackles, he'll be doing a little bit more than that as Cam Newton with that, I believe it's Bazooka he has activated. Bazooka or not, still one heck of a throw there, able to buy some time. Cam still got that X Factor going, but does he have anyone open? Oh, he has himself open. Cam looking to go all the way. Oh, just a bit too greedy. Down 17. He adds fuel to the fire. Here comes Barry back on the field from his own 2-yard line, getting the pitch. Got to get away from Ray, and he does. Barry Sanders slicing and dicing. This is an absolute clinic. Oh, Barry, a bit too cute trying to cut that one inside. So, the verdict is in. Barry Sanders is really good, whether or not he has first one free activated. Like, this is pretty insane, the performance Barry is putting on. Almost 200 yards rushing in the first half of an Ultimate Team game, man. These games are only 4-minute quarters, and Barry Sanders has 176 yards rushing, and he's looking to add to that total here. Barry, oh man, Barry Sanders, I don't even know what happened to that guy. He just wasn't sure what to do. He just dove down to the ground. I mean, I spun too early. Didn't really matter, as that wasn't really, I don't know what in the world that play was. Definitely did not work. That's our second of 3 timeouts here with 28 seconds left in the first half. Lamar Jackson, clean pocket, just firing to Barry Sanders, who makes the catch. Are you kidding me? Barry can do that too? You can moss people? He's like 5'6". He's actually like 5'9", but okay, no timeouts left, and we're just looking to take shots at the end zone here, make something, anything happen, make sure we don't get sacked. Oh, at that point, it was just a panic situation. I ran back where I didn't need to have to, but I was to throw the ball away, stop that clock. 7 seconds left, no timeouts, gotta fire downfield, gotta fire to the end zone, gotta go to Barry Sanders, and he will make the catch. He will get us the touchdown, he will force us to rage quit, and that is the way the cookie crumbles today. Barry Sanders is dominant, all right? If you learned anything today, it's that you might want to consider getting yourself a Barry Sanders on your Ultimate Team. Leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more Madden 20 gameplays. Thank you so much for watching, as always, and I'll catch you guys next time.